morning and welcome to Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. My name is Favor Aya, and with me on the show today is
Adut Akech.
Of course, we're reaching you from the Lagos City studio, and wherever you are all over the world, you can join us via the links in the description. The show promises to be amazing today as we have amazing headlines and top stories which we'll be viewing today. Of course, I and my colleague will dive into the stories immediately. Wherever you are, join in, drop your comments, and of course, we'll visit them shortly. Moving on to the headlines.
Our first top story, billionaire businesswoman Apostle Folorunso Alakija unveils 5 books to mark her 70th birthday. Now, the interesting thing about this is that, you know, at the launch, at the unveiling, a lot of prominent women were there. I mean, the former Deputy Governor of Lagos State was there.
Okay.
The former First Lady of Lagos State was there. A lot of important people were actually there to celebrate with her. And, you know, in the unveiling, she said that money is not everything.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, I mean, money is not everything when your net worth is like $1 billion and all of that. But the interesting thing about our books is the first book is an autobiography of her journey in the past 10 years. Okay. All right, how she nearly escaped, how she just narrowly escaped death on 3rd Mainland Bridge. And she titled the book Blossoming with the Hand That Gives. Okay. It's really interesting, and I look forward to reading her books as well. Well,
for me, I feel she has... I mean, why does every billionaire have to write a book? It's something I've seen in our culture here. So every billionaire has a book. So
I mean, if you made billions of dollars, the next thing to do is just, you know, advise people and
so they become writers. They become writers automatically. Okay.
Possibly.
Moving on, this one says Wizkid's Essence breaks new record on Billboard Hot 100 World Digital Song Sales. Wow, that's great. That's good. So Wizkid has been doing so well for himself. I mean, you know, this isn't the first time he's come this far. I mean, his song in 2019 with the very own veteran Beyonce, of course. He had the song with her brown skin girl, and that was like the song was a hit. It was topping the charts in 2019. So he's frequently.
It's a good thing to see Nigerian artists, you know, breaking barriers in the global music space. You understand, and also. This is a testament to Wizkid's hard work and consistency over the years.
Over the years, I mean, this album, this wasn't just the song that did the most. The album had very amazing songs, and most of the songs are also on the top of the chart. This was just the one with the highest. I mean, it's a good one. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Wizkid, and please keep doing what you do. All right. EFFC charges Naira Marley to court again. So on the 11th day of December 2018 and on the 10th day of May 2019, Naira Marley, who is Azeez Adesina, actually, Fashola, as Azeez Adesina Fashola, allegedly attempted to use fraud to get gain by using 2 different credit cards. But the question is, what was the gain? What was he planning to do? Buy a house in Banana Island, or was he planning to buy the next Lamborghini? But anyways, he's risking facing 7 years in jail or a fine of 5 million naira.
Oh. Well,
I mean, depending on how good his lawyer is, though.
Okay. Bottom line is the EFCC is revisiting the case, and of course, they are back in court.
And please don't do fraud. Do not do fraud.
Okay. This one says protest rocks Lagos airport as Air Peace delays flight for over 12 hours. Wow. I mean, this is the cases of the flight situations here in Nigeria and the aviation sector has been on the face of the internet has been in the news for about 3 weeks now.
And you know, the passengers were lamenting that for 12 hours, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
That's a long
without
time.
any prior notice.
Of course.
No prior notice, no emails, no texts, no nothing. And then there's no even reason or excuse for the delay.
That's very
And this is coming days after the Nigerian government said airline operators in the country must refund the full cost of travel tickets to passengers after a 2-hour delay, and this is a 12-hour delay.
This is really ridiculous.
It's becoming
unbearable. I mean, if these situations were, I think what should happen is there should be a penalty.
Exactly, it should go beyond. It should go beyond just compensating the passenger. It should go to the level of holding the airlines responsible and accountable for their actions.
Of course,
you know, you should have accurate penalties meted out to these people.
I agree with you.
But
I agree with
let's hope we get there.
Yeah.
All right, so the next headline.
This one says, Runtown model girlfriend Adut Akech end relationship of almost a year. Wow.
Wow.
Model girlfriend. Wow. I mean, this relationship, they were moving forward because they took pictures. I think there was even a proposal.
Oh, really?
There was a ring, yeah, sometime last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, everyone was thinking this was heading somewhere, but
unfortunately,
she came out on the internet recently, I mean, in a live session with her fans, and someone popped the question popped, rather.
Because I was going to ask, who popped the question?
Yeah, so the question popped.
The question popped, okay.
And it was like, are you in a relationship? And this model came out straight and said, no, she's very single and available.
Well, she is beautiful. I mean, who has a number?
Whatever the case may be, though, I mean, you were a good match.
They were a good match for a while.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Moving on.
Okay. So we'll go on a quick break.
Okay.
And when we return, we'll continue our top stories. We'll also introduce our topic for the day. And don't forget, if you're watching online, you can join us in our conversation on the link in the description. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907 or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv. Blackdrum Sessions video series showcases African indigenous musicians performing live in our studios. Come take a trip around Africa through authentic and indigenous voices. Showing on StarTimes Channel 194. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907 or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Welcome back. Just in case you're joining us, it's Hello Africa, and of course, I'm Favor Aya, and with me on the show is
Adebisi.
Of course, we're going back to our top stories, and we have this one says, Uche Jombo cautions people who continue to misspell and mispronounce her name after 2 decades in the movie industry. 20 years.
20 years, and we can still get pronunciation right.
Well, I think this has to do with the people. The industry is large.
It is large.
You meet people. If it's the pronunciation for the Uche, probably it might be considered because it's a traditional name.
Okay.
But for Jumbo, I think that's an English name, right? Everyone knows Uche Jumbo.
Everyone has, they're like different tribes with their different intonations and the tongues and all of that. So I think it has to do with how the mother tongue of each individual comes to play in pronouncing a different name.
Okay.
But on behalf of everyone, we apologize to Uche Jombo, and I'm pretty sure would.
And I will also advise, if you were to have her on a job or you wanted to involve her in a project, you best should know how to pronounce her name and spell it properly, so there won't be any conflicts. Moving on.
Okay, on to the next top story is China unveils train able to travel Lagos to Kano under 90 minutes.
Interesting.
Under 90 minutes.
Very, very.
I mean, imagine if I was living in Lagos and I was working in Kano. I could get up at 5 a.m., get to the station, say 6 a.m., and by 7:30ish, I should be at work.
It would be life made easy.
But although
Okay.
it is still theoretical.
Yeah, so what exactly is behind a train that could travel that fast?
Okay, so this train uses a maglev technology, right?
Okay.
That uses 2 sets of magnets. Okay, so the first set of magnets repels the train, that's lifting the train off the track and pushes it forward, while the second set
are
of
you
magnets
saying
uses it for movement.
So are you saying automatically the train doesn't move on the track?
Technically, it's on the track, but not touching the track.
So on the air, on the track.
On the air, on the track.
Wow, these Chinese people they are up to a lot, and of course they're taking the lead in tech, and yet
and they're already in the forefront. So
yeah,
like they're breaking their own records.
Okay.
Imagine this in Nigeria. You know
No,
what?
let's not go there. Let's
fine.
just move on.
It's fine.
Okay, moving on. This one says, BB Niger Season 6 set to hit your TV screen on July 24th.
Wow.
Okay.
Yay,
Question
baby Niger.
is, why does this reality TV show happen to be the one that everybody looks out for? There are several others, but there are a couple of them that should also be loud. But this one, I think they're doing a great job.
They're doing a great job. I mean, consistently over the years as well, and marketing different talents in Nigeria and promoting them. Connecting them to platforms that would better utilize their talent. A show like that cannot just go to waste. But I just wonder what this new season will be tagged, because
the last
we had
one was
lockdown.
Yeah, we had the lockdown.
And the one before that was Pepper Them. Who knows what this will be?
Okay, we don't know. Let's not guess. But this is going to be another, I think, 90 days of interesting fun. Drama.
Definitely drama.
Okay, looking out to this one. Moving on.
Rwanda uses Israeli spy tech to tap phones of top officials. And the first question that pops into my mind is, why did they have to drag Israel into this and say Rwanda used Israeli spy tech? You could have just said Rwanda used a new spy tech to tap top phones of officials. But then, hey, I guess Israel's technology is just so good.
The question is Israel aware you're using this tech device? And of course, Rwanda also has good tech. Yeah, so why run to? I think the truth is probably there are more futures that are of concern to them, and that's why they would rather use this.
Possibly. But then the relations between Uganda and also Rwanda have started to take a turn for the worse, because Uganda is now saying that Rwanda is, having to do with espionage and all of that. So Uganda has now decided to deport some Rwandan officials in their country who have been suspected for, tapping their officials' mobile phones and all of that. Why go through all of this process? I feel like you should have at least done a proper investigation and interrogation. Because if I was a Ugandan government and I find this out, I would want to know how much of my nation's information have you acquired.
You already have.
How much of this information have you sent to the
for security purposes.
And even though it's a little bit late, at least if I can't prevent it, I can at least defend myself against whatever action that will be coming for. But hey, I just hope it doesn't lead to something else. Chaotic.
Okay. That being said, Cameroon football legend Eto'o excited about Qatar World Cup in 2022. I think that's a good one. And we've had preparations for this World Cup. I think I heard there are stadiums being built, multiple stadiums being built in Qatar for this. It's a good approach.
When you take a project as large as this to the United Arab Emirates, they intend to go all out.
Right.
They don't spare any dollar. They don't spare any. They spend the top box. I mean, the billions of dollars.
That's interesting.
Honestly.
And I think the player. Sorry to cut you. The player also specified that he's excited about this because of the weather condition in Qatar at the time when the World Cup will be going on. It's just favorable for the games, and because of the multiple stadiums being provided, the infrastructural development being provided for the project, he's excited about it. I think it's a great one.
It's a great one.
Okay, so we'll take a short break, and when we get back, of course, we'll continue our stories. Don't go nowhere, stay with us.
All over the world, there are underground hotspots that thrive 24/7. These are well-kept secrets that only the well-connected know about. Come with us as we go on an adventure to discover the tastes and locations of the most popular street food joints across Africa. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 1105907. You can send an email to marketing@blackdrink.tv.
Hello and welcome back to Hello Africa. I am Adebisi Pelumi, and with me is Favor.
Favor, of course.
Obviously. And if you're just joining us, if you're watching online, please be sure to join in our conversation as we'll be having a very interesting topic coming up. And you can join with the link in the description. All right, so moving on with our top story. Kanye West announces release of a new album.
That's good. That's good. So he made this known, I think, on the 23rd of yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He also said this at the games where he also announced that he was going to be featuring or starring Sha'Carri Richardson, America's fastest woman. Yeah.
Wow.
She's also going to be in this featured in this album. I think it was. It was going to be, they specifically said she was going to be in, she was just going, there was a description given. She was just going to come out all out on the tracks alone. And then I don't know what exactly
she's the fastest woman, so coming out alone kind of makes sense.
Yeah, what exactly is the story behind and why emphasize on her? But maybe because it was at the games with them.
Kanye is a creative person.
Yes.
He tends to always create art outside of the box.
Of course.
Which will definitely make this album a very interesting one.
Very interesting.
I want to look forward to.
We look forward to it. Moving on, this one says, a 94-year-old woman just fulfilled her dream of wearing a wedding dress nearly 70 years after she got married. Whoa,
Wow.
interesting.
Wow.
That's quite a long time.
I mean, firstly, I'm happy for her. I mean, nearly 70 years.
70 years, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
I mean, but thanks to her daughter though, because you know, her daughter played a major role in getting this done. I think the daughter took her out to a store somewhere.
Really? So it was a surprise.
It was a surprise, yes.
Wow.
I mean, imagine this happened because she didn't get to wear a wedding dress on her wedding.
Oh.
So the daughter promises her a wedding dress before she gives up. And
I mean, dreams do really come true.
at
and,
94, eventually. you get
Kudos to
wear
the
it.
daughter as well for being thoughtful and putting all of this together.
So big congratulations,
Big congratulations to you,
madam, for that one. Moving on.
Okay, Black American chefs want credit for legacy of innovation. I mean, this story goes back to creating dishes that the African slaves back then in America
Yes.
would cook. For
Okay.
example, the mac and cheese, peanuts.
Yeah, recipes that were created by
Africans who were slaves back then.
Yeah.
Have now been accredited to their white masters in the house that they're working at. So right now, black chefs are like, okay, you know what?
We
deserve to be, credited.
Okay.
If you're not going to give us
The credit.
at least honor us. Or at least mention us that you got this from us.
From us. So.
Exactly. Don't just take everything and say the white man created this. Do you understand?
I understand.
I mean, fried fish.
Yeah.
Fried fish. Which white man will come up with fried fish? I'm just saying. But anyways, I hope it gets resolved as soon as possible, and the credits are given to who credits are due. Yeah.
This one says Australian man escapes from hotel quarantine in Perth using rope made from bed sheets.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had
This
to
isn't
laugh.
even funny. I mean, why?
I mean, first of all, let's look at the funny part. Are you seeing I have two questions. Is he an ex-con or is he still an inmate?
Really?
To
Because
come up with this kind
very, no.
Oh my God! Even Home
It's
Alone.
impossible.
Home Alone. He
No.
didn't do this. He
No,
didn't.
no.
But it's also selfish.
And yeah, I find it
Risky,
very
disturbing. I mean,
and it's
you
very
know,
disturbing news, especially
honestly.
if I knew he lived in my vicinity or in my area.
Honestly.
These are health hazards.
These are health hazards.
And
During
the
the
times
pandemic,
are-
when we're trying to
yeah.
keep social distance from one another, not to
Yeah.
infect each other, you decide to
to
escape
break
quarantine.
out, and what's your intention? Do you
What's your
want
intention?
to
Do you want to spread the
spread
virus?
the virus?
I hope it's really apprehended as soon as possible.
And I hope this is treated as urgent,
as
please.
urgent, honestly.
Yeah. Moving on.
World's biggest pool, Deep Dive Dubai, that's Triple D, open to public from underwater city to arcade.
Wow.
Here's a fun
what
fact.
a long fact.
Dubai has the tallest building. Dubai has oh my Jesus.
No, Dubai has everything. Dubai has
A
everything.
lot of things, and they
have-
don't.
I
The
don't
largest aquariums.
Yeah.
I mean the largest.
the biggest hotels,
biggest hotels,
the
the
most
most
expensive.
luxurious police cars,
Why?
and now the biggest pool.
I want to be in Dubai.
I want to honestly. And here's a fun fact: the pool doubles as a studio. So if you want to shoot an underwater movie scene, you can come to this place in Dubai.
And do
But
it.
for now, it's open on invitation basis only.
Okay.
So later this year, they're going to open it to the general
For more,
public.
yeah.
It's something I think I would want to do.
You would want to do.
And if you look at this picture in the background, you can see a white Mercedes-Benz just somewhere in the
somewhere
corner.
there. So you could just
And
take
you can play chess underwater there too. I mean,
So since you want to do it, let's just hope you will soon have your vacation. I guess you would take. Okay,
right.
moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Interestingly,
Dubai deploys drones to beat the heat by generating artificial rainfall.
wow, interesting.
Interesting, very interesting.
This like we just said, Dubai does everything.
They do everything.
Now this time it's like drones are helping because they have very little rain.
Very so just about 100 millimeters per year.
Yeah,
that's not even
and that's
enough.
very
And the
little.
worst part is the water holding underground,
Underground,
where
yeah.
you like get maybe borehole or even do some kind of irrigation.
Yes.
That water is reducing by the year. Okay, so their governments were like, we need to commit to solving this lack of rainfall
problem. And
in our
that's the
society.
point.
And they committed about $15 million.
Okay.
To this project, and a lot of professors, I think Reading University is also involved in it.
Okay.
Have decided, let's use drones
Okay.
to send electrical charges that
Yeah.
just shock the clouds a little bit. So if the water droplets can accumulate together, if they're heavy enough, it can fall back as rain
Now,
theoretically.
where I want to come from is, you see how much approach the government is using to solve problems. This isn't the first time they're having to deal with issues arising like this. So once there's a factor, there's a problem, they begin to establish factors to be able to solve these problems. I mean,
And they don't spare any expense.
yeah, how
That's
much
the
of
beautiful
how much of this is our government doing? How often do they take actions like this? We've had to deal with flood recently in Lagos State and a couple of other cities, and I mean it's disturbing. Let's just hope there is more to how we solve problems here in our local country.
And not just talk about them.
And not just talk about them, exactly.
All right. Okay, so
Well, that brings us to the end of our top stories. We would like to dive into the Wolf Hour, but before we go, we'd like to introduce our topic for today. He would do.
our topic for today is TGIF and alcohol. Thank God it's Friday and booze. Would you take it slow? Would you take it fast? Would you take a lot of it? Would you take it
Of course,
controllably?
it's an amazing topic.
It's an amazing
We'd like
topic.
you to join in with us online via the links in our description. But then let's just dive into our Wolf Hour with King Kofi Daguru.
Yes, sometimes we get carried away with the fact that we come straight, okay? And that's why they say, I wolf for one day. That is, because it came through, you start to consume. Let me tell you, it is not every awoof that runs the store. This is the awoof that has never run a store. Because why? Really good awoof, yeah? So you select the one that will really make you happy. So I'm your man, right here to offer you the best deals of the day anywhere in the world. You know me, I'm a wolf man. I'm very good. I'm very generous. Ooh. So this is the only wolf that can tell me from me. So stay on the program, stay on the show, and enjoy today's album. Ooh. Okay, do you need the perfect skincare solution? You know, some of you go buy creams that just turn you off, start giving you irritation. Okay, I have one very, very good source for you. Mama! Okay, so you got to go to Mama's Fashion Place for skincare creams and lotion. 28 Opiaga, Porters Akure, 0810757390. Okay, you can follow Mama at Mama's Fashion Place, MOMMA S Fashion Place on Instagram.
catering to know about baking.
Via 9 Hot Jericho, that's in Ibadan. 08069264329 or 08066645271. You follow on Instagram at GD_cakes_ND_more. Very long, take note. GD_cakes_ND_more. Instagram at adorable_events. Adorable, ADORAPLE_EVENTZ. Adorable events.
Yes, my people, how on a day? How are you? How's your day going? How's everything? It's the working people sent me. Oh, that's why I've been in traffic since morning, trying to cut deals and make, bring things, information that you need to you. I don't want you to stress. Don't worry, leave it to me. I am the Wolfman. I'll be the one to go and stress for you. Why do you need to stress? So what do I have to offer you today? Stay on the show, a Woof Hour, okay? And I'm going to woof you with very, very juicy deals. Stay on the show. Welcome. It's a Woof Hour. Don't go anywhere. Okay, remember, this is the only Awoof we know the run belle. So on Awoof Hour, once again, I'd like to let you know that your businesses can come through us. You can come to us to advertise your business. I'm the Wolfman. I can take you anywhere in the world by letting the world know about you. So now, are you into kiddies parties? You need things to, organize a kiddies party, or you're trying to add value to somebody's kids party? Let me tell you where to go. Go to You and Me Party Things for everything about children's party, okay? Shop 503 Ipmori Shopping Center, Surulere. The number is 081794000292. And you can follow them on Instagram at YouMe_children_party. Yumi is Y-O-U-ME, one word, underscore children. Of course, you can spell children, underscore party. Oh, definitely party after party after party after party. So for children's party things, go to You and Me party things, okay? Another business you need to check out right now on a Woof Hour is Regal Cuisine. Regal Cuisine will dish out Chinese and Indian foods to your box. As in, very, very delicious something, okay? You can check them out at 74 Adeni Jones Avenue, right here in Ikeja. Phone number 080-284-62169. Follow them on Instagram at Regal Cuisine. Regal Cuisine, R-E-G-A-L Cuisine. Cuisine, C-U-I-S-I-N-E. If you miss the spelling, you'll be following someone else, okay?
Welcome back, of course. It's been an amazing show on Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. I mean, it's been wonderful. My name is Favor Aya, and with me on the show today is...
DVC Pelumi.
Yes, it's been a wonderful show, quite interesting. Today happens to be Friday, and we can't help it. We have an amazing topic we want to discuss with you. Join us on the show online via the link in the description. And of course, drop your comments, we'll address them likewise. Our topic for today is, thank God it's Friday and alcohol.
TGIF and alcohol.
So we'll just dive right into this topic. I mean, alcohol. Is it advisable to have alcohol? Is it okay to have alcohol? When you have alcohol, how much of it should you have? When you drink, how much of it do you need to take?
Wow.
And when do you call it a wrap when you start drinking? And is it advisable to drive after drinking? What do you have to say about this?
These are all interesting questions, really, Favor. And, you know, the thing with alcohol consumption is it can easily be abused.
Yes.
It can easily be underused as well.
Okay.
But alcohol has its positive side and also has its negative side. Has the pros, has the cons. But the first question or the first step before consuming any alcohol is, are you old enough to drink?
Yes,
that's
you
the first
must
question.
be above
You
18.
must be above your legal age in your country,
Of course.
depending on what your country is. Some is 16, some 18, some 21. You must be in the legal age to drink before you start drinking. All right. So now that it's TGIF, everybody's in the in the mood to party after work and all of that. Yeah. Are you going out to club today?
No. Let's leave me out of this.
I'm just asking.
Okay.
Just asking.
So quick one is, if you were going out with your friends, it's advisable that you do not drink so much and drive. We've had several cases of people who ran into accidents, car accidents, or probably got missing because they were drunk. Some others were kidnapped, or several stories that we must have heard countless times.
People falling into drainage systems, people, you know, just
messing up themselves, passing out,
throwing up all over the place.
Yeah.
It's real crazy. So what we have decided to do here is to give you tips. To help you control your alcohol intake at parties or at events or at gatherings,
of course,
so that you don't end up driving while you're drunk. All right.
So heading out to of course, you know, you can join us with your comments. I know lots of people would like to talk about this. We're not saying you shouldn't drink, but then if you have to drink, there's a limit to it. And of course, if you are driving, there are certain steps you must take when you drink. Today is Friday. Lots of you will go out. Please listen to these tips and make sure you adhere to them. They are so helpful. They are so insightful. The first one says, pick a designated driver. So if you know you would be drinking that night, I mean, it's only advisable you have a driver who will take you home, especially if you can afford to hire one.
And even if you can't afford to hire one, the second tip comes in handy. Call a cab or a friend. I mean, not a friend who was drinking with you, though.
No, not a friend who also had alcohol with you. Yeah.
Call a friend who is not, you know, drunk, who has not consumed alcohol at that gathering. Like, okay, I'm stuck, I'm drunk. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I am drunk. Come and pick me up.
Give me a ride home.
Give me a ride home. Or just take me to your house.
Yeah, it's only safer.
You know, running someone
this one
else
says, take the night off from drinking. If you want to have drink that night, or if you must be at your friend's place, some of your actions, things you planned on doing, if you're going to do an office work that night and you want to have alcohol, I think you should just put the office work on hold, or you put the alcohol on hold. Don't have both at the same time, because you might just ruin whatever work you had to do. Or if you had several, imagine you had to be somewhere else after the party, probably you had to do some night work, and then you go home and jump on this work.
Now that there's a lot of virtual meetings holding on,
imagine
you have to
appear in a virtual meeting
with your,
after the party at night.
Authorities, I mean, with your board, and you're already like half drunk.
How do you
even defend that?
All
right, so the next tip is stop drinking 90 minutes or more before you plan to leave. So if you're at a party, and you realize in the next 90 minutes you should leave, you should at least by then stop taking alcohol and start taking some simple mocktails
or something that gets you relieved off the
some
water.
Some people take coffee or something hot. Coffee to just like get the alcohol out of
your system. So this one says wait 2 or 3 hours. Right. Okay, wait 2 or 3 hours.
I think this one is after drinking.
Yeah, after drinking.
Okay, you drank a lot. You're tipsy. You're drunk.
Yeah.
Before you move. All right, that's if you can't stop 90 minutes before you leave. All right, you're still drinking 5 minutes when you want to leave. Please wait 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Don't consume more alcohol while waiting. Just wait 2 to 3 hours to give your body time to metabolize the alcohol in your system and like.
And it's advisable to get into activities while you're waiting. If you have to drink, you know you must maybe dance, engage yourself in dance. It helps you relieve off the alcohol or metabolize the alcohol in your system. So you work, take a work, you know, play games where you get to laugh out loud. Engage yourself in activities.
And the next tip says spend the night. So say you're at the club or a lounge or a strip club or you know, wherever, and you are very drunk, okay? You've tried physical activities, you're still woozy. You've tried, you know, waiting 2 to 3 hours, still woozy. Please just get a hotel, a service apartment, and just spend the night.
Okay? Don't go out.
Don't go out. Don't go driving. Don't go walking around the streets singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" in your 30s
and showing off some really terrible things.
Honestly, so you just spend the night, take a hot shower, and sleep. You'll be fine.
Okay, we've said this before. Take public transit, of course. You should be able to get. You can also use public but transit. Then, I think in some cities it's advisable not to even I wouldn't even take public transport. I think the best option is to.
I mean, I won't take the yellow bus.
No, not the yellow bus. So if you're in Lagos City, you should know what we're talking about. But then it's advisable. It's better off taking cabs because they could be able to trace your movements if it's a car trip, if it's an online trip. You know, nevertheless, those things are the factors we should consider. Before having the alcohol.
All right. Tip number 8, in case you lost count, know your body and pace yourself, all right? And this one happens, I mean, this one is for individuals. Okay, this one is how well do you know yourself? Okay,
of course.
For example, let me use myself as an example now. If I'm taking a new kind of alcohol for the first time, or a new brand of alcohol for the first time, even if it's just beer, it can get me tipsy. Not drunk, just a little bit tipsy, like, oh, for my system to know that, okay, this is new. This is a new content that we're taking. But immediately after that, if I try it again the next day, it won't have that same effect. You know, my body already recognizes this. That is my own body system. So your own body system might be, after 2 or 3 bottles, that's it. You can't go further. You have reached your limits. All right. So please know yourself and then pace yourself. And then it depends on the type of alcohol. Your body might be used to beer and not so used to whiskey or vodka. You know, so know how to pace yourself. For beer, you can take it like 2, 3 bottles, or like keep taking the red cup. For whiskey, you have to take maybe like 1 glass.
One shot.
Like, or 1 shot for like 2 to 3 hours. You know, you take it and then you wait.
You relax.
Right, don't go taking shots like
shots
it's a
shots
game.
And shots. Okay, this one says don't drink on an empty stomach. I think this one is scientifically tested. I mean, if you drink on an empty stomach, your body metabolizes to the alcohol faster. But then when you have food in your system, it takes longer time for the alcohol to hit you directly. You should be able to contain good food in your system before adding alcohol to your system, so that you don't.
Adding to the note of empty stomach, if you are an ulcer patient or you've had ulcer before, stay away from strong alcohol. Stay away from vodka. Stay away from whiskey. Stay away from scotch. You know, you want to do red wine. You want to do mild beer. You know,
mild beer.
Like any beer that has like just 2% alcohol.
Something with
not
less
necessarily
amount of alcohol.
Exactly. So it doesn't damage your stomach.
I think we should take one more before we call it.
Yeah, okay, one more.
Okay, we've talked about this one
but
too.
It's
still valid. Just make sure all of this boils down to don't drink and drive. Don't drink and get to work. Don't drink and get doing something that is
don't drink
vital.
At work.
Yeah,
Not drink at work. Definitely
work.
Don't drink at work.
Yeah. So quick one, we'll take a break quickly, and once we get back from the break, we'll move to, of course, our weird fact, which happens to be the most interesting part
of the show.
Interesting part of the show. So we're taking a break,
facts.
And when we get back, we'll move straight up to weird facts. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Destinations is a Black Drum TV franchise that showcases all beautiful tourist locations across Africa. Group of tourists, a local guide, and cameras give you a front row seat to soak in the beauty of Africa. Showing weekly on Black Drum TV. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907. You can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv. Plans for movie nights until you have watched our reviews and recommendations. The watchers will call in telling viewers what they need to dodge and what they will love. Fresh episodes are dated as fast as new movie titles release. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907. Or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
All right, welcome back to Hello Africa from Black Drum TV. And if you're joining us online, if you've just joined us, you've missed our top stories. You've also missed our important topic. But anyways, our important topic is TGIF and alcohol. We give tips on how to not drink and drive and how to control and pace yourself. If you're just joining us online, you can follow up on our link. Yeah, you can follow up on our conversation on the link in the description. And also, I have with me favorites.
Yeah, favorite, you know.
And it's time for the most interesting part of Hello Africa, weird facts. And trust me, these facts are really, really weird. So for the first weird fact, we have apples are more efficient at waking you in the morning than coffee. Somehow I find this hard to believe, I'm not going to lie.
Why?
I mean, maybe because of pop culture and Hollywood movies and all of that. You see, when they wake up in the morning, the first place they go to
is a coffee
the
jar.
coffee machine. They just pour that black caffeine into the cup, and then they go out and get their newspapers.
You haven't tried this. That's why this is a weird fact.
Funny enough, I've tried coffee.
But try apple.
Have you tried Apple?
No, and I want to do that already. I want to see if it works.
Okay, I think I'll test this. We should test this.
Yeah, you should try it too. Okay, this one says the perfect length of vacation is 8 days. Longer vacations have no benefits. Experts says you need to take more vacations than longer ones. I agree with you.
I do not agree.
Why would you not agree to this? I mean,
have these experts been to Nigeria? Have they been to Lagos?
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
I'm in Nigeria. I, for one, once I've had a vacation from work for more than 3 days, I feel like I want to go back to work.
P.S. Favorite is a workaholic. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
All right. Now, I think for me, it has to do with the purpose of the vacation, right? So, for example, if I want to gain inspiration for another project or for some other content, and I want to be away for a while, I know that I need a certain number of days, right? But if I'm going on a travel vacation to explore, maybe I would agree with you.
Of
course, I need more than 8 days. I need more than 8 days.
If I was on a travel vacation, I would take more than 8 days. Moving on.
All right, your stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metal. Unfortunately, it wasn't strong enough to dissolve the earrings I swallowed when I was 6 years old. I came out the other way. But
no. Came out the other. No, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell us about that. Anyways, that's a very.
The acid is strong enough to dissolve.
It's
metal.
a weird fact.
I
like that. It's really weird. This one says ancient Romans used urine to whiten their teeth. Whoa.
The early morning urine or the afternoon
No. It doesn't matter what time. I wouldn't dare.
You know what happens in Rome stays in Rome.
Yeah, what happens?
What happens in Rome stays in Rome.
Okay, interestingly, what happens in Rome stays in Rome. That's very funny.
Very interesting, honestly. Okay, so another weird fact. Toilet seats are cleaner than your phones.
I agree.
I still don't agree.
Why?
Toilet seats?
Yes.
Toilet seats?
I mean, look at this this way. So I studied microbiology, and I would like to talk about, so if you had your phones out the entire time, of course, there are microbes that are, of course, you're out. It's out. It's a device we always have on. We're always operating. We're moving with it. So there's dust particles. There are finger particles from our fingers. People, we handshake people, we shake hands with people, and then we come back to our phones without washing them or sanitizing them. We do so many things with our hands. And our hands are practically on the phone the whole time.
But toilet seats.
Toilets, once they are clean, it's always just there in the toilet.
Toilet seats.
Of course, come on.
Favorite. Am I the only one on this view? Please let us know your thoughts on this weird fact. I feel like I don't know, man. But toilet seats, really?
Yes.
Next one. The human body contains enough fat to make 7 bars of soap, just in case you run out of bar soap. Or there's a bar soap endemic, and the world has run out of bar soap.
No. That means we can get soap from you now. Like enough, you can give us enough bar soap.
They said the human body.
Yeah, are you not a human?
Have you seen this body? Does this look like there's any fat?
No.
What do you want to extract from this body? No.
I'm sure when they said a human body, they were not just talking about. They weren't giving.
They were not being specific.
They were not being specific.
Anybody can. Of the human body.
The structure of the human body. So I believe
this is
you can also.
Fact.
Yeah, you might even have more than 7.
You might have more than 10.
7 bars. Okay, this one says a single sneeze travels 100 miles per hour and shoots 100,000 germs into the air. Wow. We always knew that once you
that explains the pandemic.
That explains the pandemic. But then, I mean, when you sneeze and people are around you, please do well. Courtesy only demands that you probably just we're begging you.
We're pleading.
Find
we're
a way
to your your better parts of your human self to cover up when you are sneezing. Please. Look at this, 100,000 germs.
100,000.
Already the atmosphere has germs.
Has so many germs.
100,000.
Then you bring out one every time you sneeze. And imagine not having like a hanky or something to just be able to put this under control. This isn't working. But then, I mean, it's been a great show today. So today is Friday, and if you're in Lagos City, I think this brings us to the end of our weird facts. Yeah.
They were really weird.
They were really weird.
I mean,
very weird ones. No.
Toilet seats.
Don't go back to toilet seats.
I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it.
Okay, moving on. Like I was about saying, now if you are in Lagos City, tomorrow happens to be the 24th?
Yeah, I think it's the
24th of July.
The same day Big Brother Nigeria is starting.
Starts, okay, interestingly. So tomorrow happens to be the local government election in Lagos City. And of course, if you're in Lagos City, there has been a curfew, or no, not a curfew,
I think it's just a no movement.
A no movement memo that was sent out that nobody should move between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. So
I think it's the primaries election, right?
Yeah, the elections.
At the local government level.
Yeah, at the local government level.
Right.
So please, if you're in Lagos, try as much as possible to adhere to these instructions so we do not lose out on or get into trouble with the authorities. Yeah. So.
And also, if you're going out to party today, remember to take it easy on the alcohol consumption.
Exactly.
Don't do drugs. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Don't go cybercrime.
Don't drive drinking. Don't drive and drink.
Yeah,
please be able to put yourself together. And our hearts are out to those who lost people over the week. I mean, we're so sorry about that. There were so many informations. The entire week we kept talking about people who lose.
Yeah, this week we spoke
gladly,
about some people.
Yeah,
Tiwa
Savage lost her dad.
And all of that, yeah.
It's been a sad week. But
it's a tough period for the music industry.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
But then this time around, we're saying, please cheer up, have a wonderful outing over the weekend. Of course, once you feel like you're not okay health-wise, get yourself checked.
All right, and that's a wrap today from Hello Africa on Black Drum TV. Do not forget, you can always join our conversation on the link. If you're watching online, you can join our conversations on the link in the description, and also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, at Official Black Drum TV.
Of course.
Okay.
This is where we call it a wrap for today. Of course, thank you for joining us. My name is Favor Aya.
And I am Adibisi Pelumi. Till next time, stay safe.